Let's imagine a dashboard. What makes dashboards great? It's when they're personalized. And so when we work on products, we obsess about creating like personalized experiences based on the research and all the wonderful personas and all this. And why aren't we doing the same with our portfolios and resumes, et cetera, and trying to create a personalized experience for those people, our stakeholders? You could even maybe call them customers that are hiring us, you know? And I think that in the same way that candidates want the hiring process to be more human and, you know, there's all the complaining that happens, the change kind of has to start with you. Make the presentation of you more human and more personable. And one thing I tell everyone in Career Strategy Lab when they get to their job search is that you have to prioritize people over platforms. As tempting it is as it is to just rely on LinkedIn and Indeed and all the job boards and things, it's far more likely that you're going to find roles and then be able to find people at those companies if you are following people on Twitter that work at the companies that you want to work at, or go follow them on LinkedIn, see if they've written any Medium articles or blogs or have a YouTube channel or something. That's how you're going to hear about roles. And then you'll also have a person attached to that post and you can follow up and have a conversation, which oftentimes leads to either the opportunity to learn more about the role in the company, right? So you can decide, do I really want to apply to this job? Or once you do apply, you now have contact with someone on the inside that you can follow up with questions or ask about the status, et cetera.
I wanted earlier to just jump in and applaud this point about just clap for the idea of networking and reaching out to people directly. And I think that there's a general reluctancy towards doing that because sometimes people fear, what if I'm spammy? What if they get like hundreds of messages? What if you don't have to be spammy? I think that you can do it in a very intentional, meaningful, careful way. And if you like just connect to these people and you reach out to them contextually, like you said, when they share the job posting, that's the right moment to tell them, hey, I might be interested in this, and not just send out a mass message when you say, hey, this is me, I do product design and please hire me. That's spammy. But if you go in an intentional way towards them and just cultivate this honest relationship with those people, that's totally possible. I mean, people sometimes fear reaching out to like a cold message to someone they don't know, but it's so important.
I'm so glad you brought that up because we have this whole series of lessons inside Career Strategy Lab about how to cold email people at different stages. You know, before you applied and now you found someone there, you want to let them know you applied. And I agree. There is this major fear around putting out these messages, but I think, you know, it kind of boils down to common sense and being intentional. And for example, so often on LinkedIn, I'll see a hiring manager say, hey, my team is hiring for this, that, the other roles. And then in the comments, without fail, people will reply and say, I'm interested. Can you let me know more? And I'm like, no, like they're busy. You need to send them a message. That message better not say, hey, I saw your post, I'm interested in the role. Because what does that say? It feels very lazy. What I teach in like 10 seconds is you need to go in with a question or some connection, like pitch yourself. You're a travel company, you're hiring a UX person. I'm the flight attendant that used to work in travel and I have 10 years experience and that's why you should hire me. So yeah, it's a larger conversation, but I totally agree. And even that research person from Chase that I mentioned, we talked about this and he said, yeah, I get a lot of messages that are exactly that. Can you tell me more? I'm interested. The ones that stand out are the ones that connect those dots or shine the spotlight on why that candidate is good, or that have a simple ask, like a very clear question and not just, hey, I'm interested. Can we have a coffee chat so I can pick your brain about this role? It's like, oh, that's the worst type of message.